They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Green, the tight end, in motion. Simeon on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Give him 22 on that one. And it'll be good for a Denver first down.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Green, the tight end, in motion. On first down, Simeon. They set up the screen to Booker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Green, the tight end, in motion. First carry for Devontae Booker. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Brian Robinson in on the tackle.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
3rd and 2, Simeon drops it underneath for Booker. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now a first down following that long gain. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green.
Here's Simeon. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 6 there on first.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Simeon's going to keep it. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Green, 39. All right now. Check safety. Here we go now.
They'll run it. This is Booker. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Minnesota getting ready to go again on offense. They're 6-5 right now, Charles. No Stephon Diggs. We've chronicled AP maybe coming back earlier than people have anticipated, but we'll see how this offense goes down the stretch because it's been up and down.
The problems with the offensive line have extended to everywhere else on the team because they can't run the ball with the same authority. trying to pass protect for Sam Bradford has been a little bit difficult. You mentioned Stephon Diggs not being out there. We thought Laquan Treadwell would step in for him, the rookie #1 pick. Instead, it's been Cordero Patterson they've been trying to get involved in the offense. They've got to find an identity again trying to move the ball.
Well, in Week 12 last week, more limited production out of the running game. McKinnon, he was the leader, but just 9 carries, 31 yards.
And I know we immediately look at the guy carrying the ball and say, what is going on? And can Adrian Peterson get back fast enough? And there are rumors that he may be back sooner rather than later. But that offensive line, it is a shell of itself from the beginning of the season. So it's not just the guy carrying the ball. It's got to be the guys up front carving holes.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Bradford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. And the back goes into motion. Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. 1st down, Bradford. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Bradford again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Bradford, a dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. This will be caught inside the 10. Now, Rudolph, he's a guy, Charles, we haven't discussed a whole lot this year, but he's really a reliable tight end on Thanksgiving. He led the way for the Vikings. 9 catches, 64 yards.
Sometimes he gets lost in the shuffle, but he does have a Pro Bowl on his resume. He can block. He can get downfield and catch the balls. We saw on Thanksgiving Day, what he have, 9 catches in that game. So we know he can maneuver it downfield. He just needs more attention.
For the year, he's almost at 500 yards, also 5 touchdowns for Rudolph. Flush to his right. That's caught at the 1. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They come out here in the I. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run with a fullback line. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, Didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now, using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays, as we just saw there.
Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
Green, 39, 58, Ram. Black 58, Ram. Ace. Blue for the time.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed.
Super toe.
And he motions the wide receiver. Norwood in motion. On 1st and 10, Simeon. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And for Sanders, first touchdown since week 4 in week 12. And he did more than that, 162 yards receiving.
I think what really impressed me the most, though, 99 yards receiving on one drive.
Oh, yeah. Because of that personal foul penalty.
Yeah, they ended up setting them back. I think it was against Gary Kubiak. He was, in the white when he ran into an official inadvertently, but that's a penalty because he's supposed to be back from the side of the field. Emmanuel Sanders said, no problem. I got you, coach. Picked him up and took him home.
Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Norwood that time. And it's 3rd and 4. Third and 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Green, the tight end, in motion. From the gun on 3rd, Simeon surveying the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. As Minnesota makes their way back out on the field at 6-5, of course, they started 5-0. Now, no Stephon Diggs, but AP, as we chronicled earlier, he may be coming back sooner than expected.
And that 5-0 start, long forgotten now because they are really struggling. Remember, when they were 5-0, everyone was chasing them in the division. Now it's flipped. They're chasing Detroit, and they've lost 2 games to Detroit. So it's going to be a long uphill battle. They'll need AP back and a whole lot of help.
Second down, 8. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And this is caught at the 8. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Here's Bradford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll throw again. Bradford, screen play, McKinnon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Third and goal, Bradford. That's complete, right around the 8. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Forbath will put this one through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected, and I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go back to the air here after the INT. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. On 2nd and 10, Simeon. And out on the pitch, the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here, the NFL on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Third and long. It's Simeon. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. On fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? I do have to admit I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. There we go. Blue 45. Black 58, rail.
Halfback sent in motion. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Again, it's Bradford. And his pass incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Bradford again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
He's got time in the pocket. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Simeon. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
All right, here we go.
The slot man in motion right. Now it's Simeon. They set up the screen to Booker. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now.
And the back goes into motion.
3-19.
Here's Simeon now on second down. This is Booker on the dump off. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Simeon on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Simeon looking deep for Demarius. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demarius Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Simeon. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Hurry up, here we go.
Slot man moves right. Booker on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Captain Munnerlyn, the one who made the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the 50, it's Simeon. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing on third down, Simeon looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demarius Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue left. There we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Here's McKinnon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. 3rd and long for Bradford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll start out on the ground with Booker. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
By 40. Check. He's coming. Come on,
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Defense showing blitz. Here's Simeon. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Here's Bradford, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And the D looking like they may blitz. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The slot man in motion right. To throw on second is Simeon. They set up the screen to Booker. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. In motion left goes Sanders. Here's a run for the Colorado State grad, Capri Bibbs. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And out now come the Vikings. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Bradford. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
One receiver left, three to the right. On play action, Bradford. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now.
Slot man moves right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Green 39.
Simeon on first down. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Watch left. Start right there. Now let's go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Over. Set. Blue 90. Gun. No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing again is Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 319.
Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Dumps it off for Asiata. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Halfback sent in motion. A first down throw for Bradford. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. And now it's 2nd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And the back goes into motion. On second down, Bradford again. Finding time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Play fake here on first down. He's got time. He's going to wind up in it. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gain, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From the red zone now, Bradford. A dump down to McKenna. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And coming out now, the Broncos. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They come out here in the eye. On the handoff, this is Booker. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Play clock winding down. A second down carry for Booker. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Simeon. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 55 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through them right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Surveying the field. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Watch 82. Watch 82. He likes to sneak out late. Watch 82.
1st down, Bradford. And that is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Green, 90.
Diggs going in motion right. A 2nd down throw for Bradford. He's got time in the pocket. The left side caught by Diggs. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Bradford on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First carry of the game here for Matt Asiata. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Matt Asiata, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Trying to run it in with Line, the fullback. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go now. Boom, all right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Watch it now, Barney. Blue landing. Blue landing.
On 2nd and 10, Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
turn up, turn up, turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in. I'm breaking in.